This video is brought to you by NetSuite by Oracle. If you're a CEO who's tired of QuickBooks or tired of the nonsense of running multiple programs, then upgrade to NetSuite to more effectively run your company. So how about the Philadelphia Eagles? Man, the NFC East is rough. It's just not good. Going into the 2020 season, I predicted Philly to go 7-9. And what's crazy is the thing I felt best about going into the year, the one thing I was like, this is the best part about Philadelphia, I loved their quarterback situation. How hilariously wrong is that now looking back? Because my thought was, well, hey, in 2017, Carson Wentz was an MVP candidate. Nick Foles is gone. Carson's crazy talented. Plus, hey, Carson's been hurt in the past, but if Carson Wentz gets injured, guess what? Get Jalen Hurts as your backup quarterback. Gonna be awesome. Like, you can't go wrong. Got a great backup, got a great starter, rock solid. Perfect. Or so I thought. And we learned as the year went on, oh, no. Things were not perfect. In fact, I read a report that apparently Carson Wentz, things were so bad, he didn't talk to Doug Peterson for 10 weeks. And I get it. Carson was frustrated. It was a mess. Now, the one thing I did nail in my prediction in September, and I pointed out that injuries were going to be a huge problem for the Philadelphia Eagles. Before the year even started, the injuries were beginning to pile up. Rookie receiver Jalen Reagor, Miles Sanders, the running back, Alshon Jeffrey, another receiver, Lane Johnson, the tackle, and so many other players like more. This guy's missing practice. That guy's missing practice. This guy's banged up. This guy's got it. And I'm like, oh no. The Eagles have had injury problems in the past, and it's coming back again, and it's going to be worse than it's ever been. And it was. I knew injuries were going to hold Philadelphia back. And I did say they didn't make enough upgrades at defense or on defense. They didn't. Their defense was a mess. Injuries galore. I had the Eagles going 7-9. The reality is the Philadelphia Eagles went 4-11-1. Their coach got fired. Doug Peterson's out. Super Bowl winning quarterback, by the way. Or coach, Super Bowl winning coach, out. Coach got fired. Carson Wentz, their quarterback, got benched and then traded away to Indianapolis. This year I thought it was going to be a bad year for Philadelphia. But I thought, hey, bad year. They'll be 7-9. They're going to barely get beat out by the Cowboys for the division. The Cowboys are going to go 8-8, win the division. And the Eagles, they'll be 7-9. They'll be close. It'll be an ugly year, but it'll be a year of growth and learning, and they'll bounce back. No, they didn't, man. They didn't bounce back. And Carson Wentz was a massive, massive disappointment for me. I love Carson. I was my dumb self. I think I said in August, he's an elite quarterback. What do I know, man? I should have. What I really should have done is watch more film. Frankly, that's how I decide stuff. I made a statement without watching enough film, and I will never do that again. As the team got injured and fell apart around Carson Wentz, so did Carson Wentz fall apart. He fell apart. His decision-making fell off a cliff. He began making bad decisions, forcing the ball into windows that weren't there, like forcing throws, holding onto the ball way too long. There's that play ingrained in my mind forever. I talk about it way too much where against the Cowboys, he just held onto the ball and held on it for way too long, got sacked, fumbled, and I'm screaming at my TV watching that going, throw the ball, throw it away. Terrible quarterback play. And he didn't throw it away, and it was like, oh, come on. And Carson wanted out. Carson Wentz didn't trust his receivers. He didn't trust his coaching. He didn't trust his offensive line. Definitely didn't trust Doug Peterson. It was a mess. It was just a horrific mess in Philadelphia. So the rookie quarterback, Jalen Hurts, played a couple of games. Started a couple games. And I remember watching Jalen Hurts thinking to myself, man, this guy's playing way better than Carson Wentz. I remember him having better decision-making, being more accurate. He was getting the most out of his teammates. Suddenly, Alshon Jeffrey is making catches, and Jalen Reagor are showing up, and people are making plays. And it was great leadership, in my opinion, on the part of Jalen Hurts. And I think part of that's because Carson was checked out. Carson probably, if he could have, you can't do it. You can't not play. I think if Carson could have, he would have literally not played for the Eagles last year. He was checked out emotionally and physically and mentally. But that's what I remember. Is I remember Jalen being better than Carson. And I know people disagree with me. People throw stats at me all the time. They're like, it's numbers. And I don't trust the numbers. It's not baseball. Remember, a completion percentage is only as reliable as your receivers. A completion percentage doesn't factor in, hey, what if the ball bounced off your receiver's face mask or you threw the ball away? So how many incompletions did Jalen Hurts throw where the offensive line was horrible, he's running for his life, he's throwing the ball in the stands, or he's trying to make a play that got dropped? How many interceptions were tipped off his receiver's hands? You get my point? I trust the film way more than I trust the numbers. I learned that from Carson Wentz, actually. Hey, the numbers were so great. Carson should have been an elite quarter. He's not. Yeah, so, okay. Talent's on everything. Film is really important. And it's been too long now, though. It's been like 2 months since I watched. I watched a little bit of the what game did I watch today? The Week 14 game. I watched the Saints Eagles today. Other than that, I haven't watched. It's been too long. I don't trust my notes anymore. And it's clear to me I need to do a film analysis on Jalen Hurts. I really need to dive in, do a film analysis. That is not this topic. We'll do it later down the road. Sooner, though. But it's another day. It's another topic. But expect that very soon, a film analysis of Jalen Hurts, the rookie season from him in Philadelphia. So you might disagree. I'll watch the film. We'll come to some kind of understanding. You'll hate me no matter what because you're Philadelphia. But I love you. Now, my favorite moment from the Eagles season in 2020 was Week 14. It was Jalen Hurts' very first start in the NFL against the New Orleans Saints, and the Eagles won. The Eagles upset the 10-2 New Orleans Saints. Jalen Hurts threw for 167 yards, 1 touchdown. He also ran for 106 yards. Eagles upset New Orleans. I loved it. It was awesome. But overall, it was an ugly year. My favorite moment, Jalen Hurts beating Taysom Hill and the Saints. Very cool. But if you take a step back and look at the whole year as in its completion, right? It was awful. And that's what happens when you break up with somebody. I've been through a lot of breakups. And leading up to a breakup, especially like a really meaningful one, like a really meaningful relationship coming to an end, it's ugly. It hurts. It's painful. You can feel the tension. It's not good. There's lots of mistrust. That's the result in 2020. You have a messy breakup. 2020 was exactly that between Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. All that messy tension. Again, if you ever had a great time before a breakup, I have not. That's exactly what Philadelphia went through with Carson Wentz and their season in 2020. It was the end of a relationship. There was no trust. There was no cohesiveness. And Carson wanted out. The Eagles didn't trust him. They benched him. That's a huge part of why the Philadelphia Eagles season was so bad. And then on top of that, they weren't very talented. They're aging. And I think part of it, you got to remember, the Eagles were paying the price for their Super Bowl. When the Eagles won their Super Bowl in 2017, they went all in. They had veteran players with big contracts. They spent lots of money. They gave Carson a huge contract. They tried to keep it all together, and they overpaid people. And that's okay. That's the price it takes to get to a Super Bowl. They won. The Rams didn't. The Rams overpaid people, and they didn't even win a Super Bowl. I feel worse for the LA Rams. But the Eagles, they got the trophy. They're paying for it now. I think it's okay. Would you rather trade? Would you rather go 10-6 this year, or I guess 10-11? Would you rather go 11-5 in 2020 and not ever have won a Super Bowl? I think it's better you won a Super Bowl. You're paying for it now. But that's what went wrong in Philadelphia this year. Mistrust, injuries, aging players, problems everywhere, not enough upgrades on defense. That is what went wrong with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2020.